The foundation of the world's largest media empire was built on a historical reality. Walt Disney did not invent his most iconic characters or stories from scratch. His business strategy relied on finding ancient, free public domain myths and applying the era's most advanced, expensive visual technology to make them his own. This strategy exists within strict legal boundaries. While original 19th century texts are free to use, any modern stylized adaptations or trademarked character designs will trigger immediate litigation. Building a multi-billion-dollar media empire relies on owning the definitive, most technologically advanced version of a story that is already free. For decades, competitors were locked out of this strategy by the sheer financial cost of the industrial machinery required to visualize these stories. In the modern era, digital pipelines have eliminated this towering physical and financial barrier to entry. By utilizing an automated AI pipeline, a single creator armed with a public domain PDF now accesses the same level of production capacity once reserved for high-budget Hollywood studios. The first step is acquiring a legally clean, authoritative original text, like an 1865 edition of Alice in Wonderland, stripped of any modern cinematic interpretations. This historical text is ingested by the first digital node of the studio, a large language model, or LLM. An LLM is a type of AI trained to process and generate human-like language by predicting the next word in a sequence. The LLM uses programmatic heuristics, sets of rules-based logic, to automatically slice the long narrative into coherent 5 to 15-second executable scenes. This produces a structured JSON manifest, a standardized data format that categorizes the dialogue, character actions, and specific camera shots for every isolated scene. This data script functions as the architectural blueprint required to guide the generation engines further down the pipeline. Next is the visual and audio creation phase, a logistical hurdle that once required hundreds of illustrators, voice actors, and Foley artists working in collaboration. We replace that overhead with multimodal reference generation. This involves using isolated AI models to lock down specific assets for characters, environments, and motion before animation begins. Vision models generate rigid character reference sheets. These ensure a protagonist's physical appearance remains identical in every subsequent generated video clip. Simultaneously, audio models synthesize custom voice profiles for dialogue while gathering ambient sound effects and temporary musical scores. Establishing these mathematically consistent reference files prevents the final video generator from producing random, shifting aesthetics between shots. The climax of the pipeline is the rendering engine, advanced video models like Cdance 2.0 or Runway, that act as the digital equivalent of a final capture camera. Creators use a quad-modal prompt, feeding the engine text, image, audio, and video inputs simultaneously for exact visual compliance. Explicit @tags bind the locked character sheet, motion reference, and audio directly to the text description. The engine synthesizes these inputs into a perfect 10-second cinematic clip, featuring natively synchronized lip movement and consistent lighting. This high-fidelity scene costs between 10 and 20 cents in GPU compute time, a significant reduction from the millions of dollars required by traditional studios. This engine converts raw data and static references into finalized narrative media at a massive, continuous scale. The maximum leverage of this system comes from wrapping these tools in an orchestration software layer like Python or Apache Airflow. This layer automates the entire workflow, passing data from the script parser to the art generators and the final video engine without human input. Automated orchestration allows a digital studio to run 24 hours a day, churning out scenes, executing quality checks, and packaging files. This software architecture turns a single laptop into a fully autonomous Hollywood studio. This output opens vast distribution possibilities: automated vertical video series, episodic web shows, interactive storytelling, and high-margin merchandise. The primary rule of this new gold rush is to legally claim a 150-year-old myth that already possesses built-in cultural viral power. The next great media empire will be built by a solo creator using AI to mass-produce the definitive modern version of a story humanity already loves.